Going into the by-election, I want to quote some of the messages that you said to the electorate, especially in an interview where you said that MDCT inenge yakakunda zvine mutsindo nekuti iri forecast. In hindsight, when you listen to yourself there, what do you think happened? Why didn't we not see that?
Well, it was focused, but the problem is that maybe it did not get its message to the electorate well. And it fell victim of propaganda. The main propaganda was that we were an appendage of ZANU-PF. We did not do enough by way of messaging, of getting the correct, the true message to the electorate. And therefore, our information did not get to the electorate with enough, deep enough penetration that we would have wanted. So yes, we remained a very focused party. And at that point in time, we were convinced that our message had gotten to the people. We were convinced that our structures were as intact as what our organization, our organizing team was telling us. So it turned out to be otherwise, and we have learned our lesson. And we have said we lost this by-election, and we have said that we are going to try. We draw inspiration from what Mandela said: a saint is a sinner who keeps on trying.
So you will keep on trying. Let me also say to our listeners and those that are watching, you can keep on sending in your comments. We're going to be reading your comments and allow Senator Douglas Mwonzora to respond to those comments. Senator Mwonzora, as we continue, when we reflect at the by-elections, there are members in the corridors of the MDCT where you find that some members are saying you are a non-performer. You did not perform according to expectation, and they want you out of leadership of that political party. What would you say with those concerns?
Well, first of all, I am the president of the party, and ultimately I bear responsibility for what the party does, and I bear responsibility for the performance of the party. The MDC that I lead has done well in other areas in the past. It did not do well in these by-elections, and I do take responsibility as its leader. And that is why after the by-election, we convened the meetings of the key organs, the National Standing Committee, the National Executive, and the National Council. I also conducted a press conference myself as the president of the party. So the responsibility, of course, falls on you as the president. You can't say I was let down by this department or that person or that person. That person is under your supervision and so on. But let me just say that what you saw is not out of character of the MDC. The main challenge we had together with my senior leaders in the aftermath of a loss was to make sure that we keep the party intact, we keep the party together. The MDC has a tendency of disintegrating, a tendency of fighting amongst itself, a tendency of self-cannibalism following every defeat. In 2005, we did not do well, and the party split in October of that year. Ngube and the company blaming Changrai for the loss. And then in 2013, again, we lost the presidential and the parliamentary elections. And in 2014, barely a year later, Tendai BT and Mangoma led a rebellion against the president, blaming the president for the loss. Of course, there were attempts in this by-election to do the same. Of course, it did not have enough takers. Those people who were trying that, they did not have enough takers. So I was not going through something that my colleagues have not gone through. People always do that following a bad performance by the party. When the team loses, you blame the coach, of course. And this is nothing new. What is important is, as a leader, to maintain the germane unit of the party and its integrity. It is to lead the party through the doldrums back to a position of advantage. And this is what I am trying to do. Changirai went through that twice, and I have gone through that. Of course, mine was a shorter one, and basically there is no split within the MDCT right now.